The Brooks Sandwich House murder trial entered its second day as the judge finalized the last pretrial motions in the case. Now the court turns to jury selection. Scott Brooks was shot and killed in December of 2019 while preparing to open his family restaurant in NoDa that day.
Stephen Staples and Terry Connor are charged in his murder, and WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre has been following this. Joining us live right now from outside the Mecklenburg County Courthouse. How is jury selection going?
Well, like you mentioned, the focus now shifts in finding 12 people who can be fair and impartial in a trial that has been talked about across Charlotte for years. Now, jury selection began this afternoon with a pool of 60 potential jurors. Now, the judge reminded everyone how high profile this case is and stressed that every defendant deserves a fair trial, free from bias and outside influence. Jurors also watched an orientation video outlining basic requirements like they must live in Mecklenburg County, be at least 18 years old, physically and mentally able to serve, and have no felony convictions. At some point, the group were split into a smaller group of 12 where attorneys began asking questions of health issues, financial hardships, or personal connections to the case. There were some people excused for challenges that could make it difficult for them to serve. Attorney Mark Jatan, not involved in the case, says essentially the court wants to find jurors who can base their decision solely on the evidence presented and have no significant ties to the case.
So an example would be juror A goes up there and says, well, look, I know this case really well. I've followed this case. I've eaten at Brooks's over my how many years of being in Charlotte. I know the fellow that was murdered. And I just don't think I can be fair because I have so much sympathy towards Mr. Brooks because I was in there all the time eating burgers. That would then be a for-cause strike because that person can't be fair and impartial.
Now, by the end of day today, no juror has been sat. And because this case has gotten so much attention, the court has added extra bailiffs, extra security, and an extra security checkpoint going into the courtroom. And jury selection picks up tomorrow morning. Live in Uptown, Jesse Pierre, WCNC Charlotte.